Good evening everybody, Dan here. Just another one of my quick videos. Tonight I want to talk to you about productising. What do I mean about productising? Well, everybody in business provides a product or a service. Now I see more and more people advertising what I class as samey services, and by samey it is, somebody that is not differentiating themselves in any way. So if I take an industry that I've been involved in, technology for example, if I was to bring out, let's say, a chipset that goes in certain devices that has a feature list as long as my arm, that's great, but who gives a shit? And the reason I ask this is because it is important. So we can do all the data sheets under the sun, all the feature sets under the sun, but it's not necessarily going to mean that people are going to want to buy them. People think, yeah, that's great, it's great technology, all this kind of stuff. Now, to productize something, it's where you actually understand the use case. So take, for example, if this chipset can be used in a computer and is ideal for graphic design, then that is a much better way to productize it. You sell it as part of a unit, suitable for graphic designers. You advertise it through very clear marketing channels, unless your specific client base is, of course, somebody looking for components for machines. Now, the reason I use that example is because it's absolutely no different to companies that are saying, we will source for you, we will source properties for you, or we will do building works for you, and all of this kind of stuff. It's very samey. It's very difficult as a company to create your value. It's very difficult to differentiate yourselves. And what you find is you actually have a little bit of a race to the bottom to cut margins or cut quality. Now, how do you get around this? Well, put simply, you get around this by productising. So if you put together a package and identify who is your target market, so you put together a package of works for investors, if you like, in the Lancashire area, and it is for buy-to-let investors in the Lancashire area. Perhaps within your product you may have a 2-bedroom refurb which would include these basics and this type of finish. Maybe you'll have a 3-bedroom refurb which would include this kind of finish and these kind of inclusions. Now the point is, if you advertise and sell that as a product, that sets you apart. That sets you apart because A, you are giving an end-to-end service, which is obviously value for your client, but B, you are giving one single price for that. And now you are not price matched on parts, price matched on labour, price matched on this, that and the other. And you'll find that people will pull all these individual component parts to pieces. Equally, as an electrician, for example, if you are quoting for 5 sockets at X amount each and 5 hours labour for X, well, no, to value yourself, you really need to understand the value you bring into your client. Bring an amazing packaged service, give it a name, give it something you can stand behind, and take it to market with a good, fair price. And then don't be pushed on your prices. Don't be compared in the same way that samey companies are. If you look at any training company, they will put together a product. They will go, these people want to learn about the property industry, yes, so maybe they talk generally in property, but the really good trainers, or the really good at selling trainers, would say these people can pay X amount and we will teach them about this very specific segment. We will teach them about serviced accommodation. So they will productize that into our SA masterclass. They will productize a HMO conversion training. They will productize all of these different things, which actually include a lot of things. It includes experience from people who have done it. It includes training. It includes resources. It includes, access to networks and other such things, and quite often training materials, books and stuff like that. Now, the reality is, if somebody said to you, I can give you these individual component parts, so the book is £18, 3 hours of my time at £50 an hour is £150, and all of these kinds of things, it becomes less exciting, there's less value, and it's much harder to market. So people that are struggling to market their individual sourcing services or refurb services or even training services, My suggestion to you, particularly in a time of recession, is you need to use all of the skills available to you to stand out. So number one, go and partner with the right kind of people to make your value proposition really special. Make your package unique. It includes this. We do this end to end. We call it, I don't know, the Mayfair. You know, whatever it is, you need to give it a name, give it specific content, make it tangible, make a nice clear document, make a nice clear post or a descriptive digital asset about exactly what your product or service is. Not only does this make it easier to sell and easier to retain value in, it's actually much better for your clients because it's more transparent, and it's much better for you because if you are selling 10 of exactly the same type of template type things, your supply chain becomes streamlined, your delivery becomes better, you become much more proficient at it, and as a result you benefit from a quantity of scale as that rolls forward. Whereas if you're being everything to everyone, you're being a bit of a generalist, and generalists do not earn the big bucks. So it's not suggesting ripping people off or overcharging or anything like that. I'm suggesting understand what it is you're delivering and find out of all of the different bits of services or products you could deliver, which should be your key, your prime, your focus product, and absolutely nail the shit out of that. Make it amazing, describe it well, talk about it well, and then go and sell it. I hope you found this little video useful. I'm always here if you want a discussion about productising, what it is you've got, or in fact anything on a strategic level. After all, that is what I do. Have a great day, and I hope the weather continues for you.